Almost crazy here. I want to do a good morning vlog for everyone, just an update on how I'm doing personally, and with my struggle of anxiety and bipolar disorder. I also recently have been suffering from some terrible nightmares, and a couple nights ago they were so bad I woke up in multiple panic attacks. It was bad. It was about a 4 or 5 hour long nightmare that I kept falling in and out of sleep into, which sucked. My anxiety's also been a little bit up because it is finals week, and today I have my last final and my most intense one. It is my math final. And the only reason it's massively stressful is because I previously failed this class and it tanked my overall GPA. It's a 5-credit course. That means every little bit counts. Getting an A in this class would pretty much guarantee me graduating magna cum laude, as long as, of course, I don't fail any other classes. But if I get a B in it, I'm not going to make honor roll, and I may not even make the highest honor rolls when I graduate. So that's weighing pretty heavily on my chest, and I have quite a lot I got to do for it today. I woke up I actually woke up in a pretty good mood, but then I got really irritated super fast due to the fact that I cannot find the cord that goes to my Xbox, to my crappy little TV I have in my room, because I tend to need background noise to focus so that it eliminates other noises around me, like people walking or talking, and that really helps. But unfortunately I can't find the cord, and I'm really irritated about that. Those who know me know I don't like my stuff put in a different location. The like when it says I put it somewhere, but I can't find it. My husband is currently sleeping, so I can't just turn on the lights, and as it stands I already dropped a bunch of wooden objects. I'm really starting to wake up angry. He just kind of woke up, turned around, looked at me, went back to sleep. So this morning I'm super irritated. I'm just aggravated. So what I'm going to do to handle that is, I did take an anxiety pill and I'm waiting for that to kick in. I am on medication for my nightmares, and last night, although I had some nightmares, were nowhere near what they were a couple nights ago. If you've never struggled with bipolar disorder or anxiety or insomnia, to a degree feel yourself a bit lucky, because it feels like this terrible, terrible burden. It truly does. It's like something that weighs on me every second of every day, and I never know the difference between my actions and my disorder's actions. Because there will be moments I'll just start screaming because I dropped a chip on the floor. Last night I started crying because I couldn't figure out how my math problem wanted me to enter it into my calculator. Could not figure out how to get the answer, and I didn't want to do the very long way of writing it out. So I just sat there crying like a child. I mean, literally, I don't know what you want of me. And tears streaming down my face. It's a pretty common occurrence during term, usually with accounting, but it seemed to be statistics that got me last night. I'm actually done my accounting class. That's another thing that I found out that sucked. I will not be getting an A on it, even though I worked super hard in that class. I won't be getting an A because towards the last of term, if you mess up a dollar sign, a line, a number, anything out of place, you get massively docked for it. And I had calculated getting A's on it because I was doing what the answers, I did the question, looked back, I had exactly what the answers did, line for line, dollar for dollar, comma for comma, the whole shim sham and shaboozle. But I only got half credit on it all. So I won't be getting an A, even if I get 100% on the exam. And that's super depressing to me. Now let me put it into perspective here. I know B is still a really great grade. I mean, I tried super hard, and not everyone can get A's. But I believe in doing the absolute best that you can possibly do. Don't, slack off about it. Don't get me wrong. There are plenty of assignments I slacked off on. Absolutely. But the point is to do the best you can, and that grade proves how great you truly did. Then it doesn't show how hard you worked, but at least it shows how hard you pushed. And I strongly believe in that. And I had a 4.0 GPA up until summer. 1 year of school, consistently 4.0 GPA. And because of probability and statistics, which is what I'm taking again this term, I got a D. I also got a C in a mythology class, and that tanked my GPA. In fact, I came in with a 2.76. That hurt. But that was a really hard summer. I did it all online, 17 credits. I absolutely crazy. I calculated about 20 to 30 hours of homework a week, on top of the fact that I had to get a seasonal job. So that really sucked. And since then, I have been struggling to get the motivation to push myself. Plus, I'm at what's called the burnout phase. I graduate in, let me see here, because I really want to show you guys. I have a calendar on my phone, and I look at this calendar on days when I just feel like hope is lost. I feel like I'm never going to graduate. And I graduate in 87 days with my Associates of Science in Business Administration at our local college. Now, for those who are curious as to what college I go to, I do go to Umpqua Community College. And UCC was known for the shooting in 2015. I will be very happy to go ahead and post another video describing the events of that day and how it emotionally affected me. Today I just really want to kind of show you guys this is kind of a daily struggle I go through, and for the friends and family who do get to see me, you see this struggle I go through every single day to try to bring positivity into my life. I do my best not to think so negatively. All they hear, though, friends and family hear, is I'm gonna fail, I'm never gonna get a good grade. My most cliche statement is, I have so much homework to do, and then if you come over, I'm like sitting there watching YouTube. It's really hard to get these motivations to get up and go, and that's why I'm really excited that my friend offered some of her essential oils. One of them is really great to get myself studying and moving. It's not so pungent because I don't have a diffuser, so I'm not getting the full impact of it. But just this morning, I'm tired. You can hear it in my voice. I'm just, to a degree, exhausted. I'm also having some health issues at the same time. But I want to thank every single one of you who are watching, because every time I see a view or a new subscriber, it kind of brings hope and positivity into my life, because it lets me know that you're watching and you're listening and you're hearing, truly hearing and watching, not just me joke around and make these makeup videos, but you're truly watching as to who I am as a person. I really enjoy doing vlogs. My therapist she usually, like a lot of people, write it down in a diary, but I find it super hard to sit down and write my emotions and go through and people not seeing the struggle. Hold on. My neighbor's coming through. Oh, it's a taxi. Yeah, we have a little alley that sits between us and the top floor. But so far I've been doing the best I can, trying to remain positive, keeping myself up. Once I get done with my final today, I will be free for a week and a half, but not so much because I have quite a lot on my plate. I still haven't finished applying to my 4-year, which is absolutely terrible. I have to finish applying, call the Veterans Counselor. I have to try to contact the business degree lady. I have to find the equivalents of their classes to our classes, and then I have to sign up. I have to get permission from my counselor. And on top of the fact that next month is what they call Startup Weekend. And Startup Weekend is a Google entrepreneurship event where we spend 54 hours over the span of 3 days building a business. And by building, we mean a proposed plan. And last year I participated in this as a leader. And give me a second. Taxi's coming through. Okay. last year I did an idea and I called it Reaching Out with Love. And what it is the greeting card line specified to the military and those that have other services like EMT, police, and firefighters. Now, although you can find cards online to go to these places, they're not fully customized to the full benefit of it. When I was in the military, I got general cards that you would get at Hallmark or the Dollar Tree. You know, thank you, we miss you. Occasionally, you'd find a cute veteran card. But there wasn't one specified to us, like congratulations on completing boot camp. Sorry you're in the brig. Things that are really personal, including ranks and rates and schools, and you know, there are so much accomplishments you get when you're in the military and events, and I really hated the fact that there was nothing for us when we were in. For those who do not know, I served in the United States Navy from 2007 until 2010, and I was stationed in sunny San Diego. And no, I never was on a ship. I actually never left land except to fly to Hawaii for a brief 8 weeks to assist in what they call RIMPAC, which is pretty much where ships across the world come together to play war, just in case we would have to come together in a war-like situation. It was pretty cool. I'll be honest, it was pretty neat. Anyway, I decided to do this, and I called it Reaching Out with Love because during the original introduction part, there was a lady, oh my gosh, excuse me, and she came out and she's like, you want to reach out with love and embrace, and those words, I really, really liked them, so I called it Reaching Out with Love. Anyway, last year I did it. I assembled a team. We did full 54 hours. I thought I had a really great idea. I had a really great business plan, and then coaches come in and they tell me to abandon a bunch of really great parts of it. And I was so devastated because when we got to the end, it's technically not a competition. It's all about starting up businesses and camaraderie. But I took it personally, and when they did placements, I never placed. I never got special recognition because these coaches, to a degree, ripped me off. And on top of that, we used Walmart as a printer, and they messed up our cards. In fact, you looked at it, you're like, oh, this is really great, but then they zoomed in on it. You couldn't see the full picture. You opened it up, the writing was upside down. And that to me, it was devastating. The only reason it was devastating is I do plan to own my own business one day. I absolutely do. And for me to kind of get that taken from me, when I say devastated, I'm not kidding. I mean, the moment they announced the winner, I got up, cried, walked out, and never came back. I went straight home. And yeah, I'm a little bit of a sore loser. The winners really did have a great product and so forth, but a lot of the people there felt it was unfair that they won because her dad had won the year previous and is the business teacher at our college. Don't get me wrong, she used her resources wisely, and that's a really great idea. But it hurt. So this year I was just going to participate. I wasn't going to do an idea. I was just simply going to show up, join someone else's crew, and assist in the best way I could. But then I got contacted by the lady who ran it last year, and she really wants me to go back and do it. So I will be doing that next month. So during spring term and right before graduation. And that's going to be a pretty heavy thing for me. So I'm actually going back in with Reaching Out with Love. And so during spring break, I have to do my best to find a team. I got to start working on my artwork and my internal quotes and get everything formulated. And if possible, maybe even get some items printed up. Now, I do know this kind of defeats the point of going into startup weekend, because when you come in already with a business idea, you have this huge leg up. But the reality of it is I'm using additional resources that I didn't have before with taking a business idea that I had in my head and pushing it further. In fact, I actually know a gentleman who participated last year using his idea. He's still doing it in town. In fact, he had a local business before he went into startup weekend, which is wonderful. Plus, it's so cool to see our community come together and watch kind of people come into themselves and do these ideas And it was kind of funny because I mentioned doing Startup Weekend to a couple of my classmates, and they were like, I was there, I don't recognize you. Well, last year I was a brunette, and this year I have blue hair, and so that threw a lot of people off. And I'm hoping to have dyed my hair a different color by the time I go in, and if I do, don't worry, you guys, you will get to see that, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Who knows, I might do snippets of filming my hair, but that depends upon finances. But anyway, you guys, I wanted to give you a good morning vlog. Feeling pretty down today, feeling stressed out, feeling pretty anxious. I still need to get up and eat. I really just want to find that cord, because when it's up on the background of my desktop, I tend to watch it. And if it's just sitting to my side, because my husband decided to move my TV directly next to me before it was in my eyesight. Well, now that it's next to me, I can't watch it while I'm doing homework because it requires I sit like this. That hurts too much. Too much. But anyway, guys, that's what's going on with me. I really want to make sure you guys aren't just getting these makeup videos, but to truly see who I am as a person. And yeah, so make sure you hit subscribe below. There's also a bell icon, and click it for notifications, so every time that I post a new video, you do get to see it. Don't forget to share with your friends. If you have any ideas as what you want to see besides regular vlogs, please don't hesitate to comment below. I'd be very happy to receive any feedback. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys later.